anything, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. And in today's video, we're gonna be doing my February bullet journal setup. I'm really excited because it's definitely different from anything I've done before in a while. I'm really excited to show you guys a lot of fun things happening in February for me, you, and all of us in school and person. Just a lot of fun things are happening in February. Even though it's one of the shortest months, it's definitely one of the best months. And Black History Month is coming up, so I'm really excited about that. And just a lot of fun things are happening. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop rambling and get into this voiceover so we can catch up. Okay, happy February, guys. I know it's a lot of late posting this, but you know, we're here with a video. I guess that's all we can ask for, okay? For the month of February, we're gonna be diving into some watercolors, getting into some fun silhouettes. I haven't done a silhouette theme in a while, so I'm gonna be doing a I don't know my colors, obviously. A green, blue, yellow kind of vibe. I want to call it swamp chic. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's like a lot of florals, plants, and things like you may find in nature, and like just like behind like this pretty silhouette. I think it looks really pretty, really fun, really cool. Something very different than I have done in a while. So I'm really excited to show you guys. So right now I'm going to start with the cover pages with a box. I'm really lost for words here, guys. I don't know why. I haven't done this in a while, but I'm starting off with the box, and I'm going to be doing different silhouettes, blending them differently. Make sure you guys work fast with these watercolor blends, as I've learned from playing with Kay. Hey Kayla, if you're watching this video. I've learned, you know, to work fastly with these watercolors because they like to dry quickly. And I'm just going to give you guys some of the inspiration behind it. One, I don't know. I've been loving nature lately, and even next month, I think I'm gonna do something nature related. That might be like the entire theme. Like each month, I do something nature related because I've been really inspired by nature lately. It's just fun. That's cool. And then also, around this time last year, I was doing these grayscale drawing challenge. It was really popular back then, and so I would do those. I had made this one thing where I had did a silhouette in the background. I was like, "Ooh, let's see what happens." You know, I don't know what's gonna happen, and it looked really pretty. I really wanted to mimic the colors exactly, but my watercolor set did not allow that. I was not going to purchase them for this plan with me. So it's like we're gonna stick with the supplies we have and make do what we gotta do, right? So as I finish up drawing the boxes with the watercolors, first of all, let's get into the watercolor talent. Immaculate, ate that up. But I'm gonna write in February using my Tomofo Nosuke brush pen, and then, like I said, I'm not too concerned about what the bottom part looks like because what I'm doing now is going in and drawing over it with the black brush marker. This one I got in New York, and I really love it. It's so inky, so black, it's so pigmented. It's a great one. And so this is where we're gonna draw in our silhouettes. So I'm adding long strokes of grass, yeah. And these like sausage things, I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna look it up later and probably put it on screen. We'll figure that out. And then I'm drawing in some florals, just showing in all kind of fun stuff. It's really fun and easy to draw and not that complicated. So if you guys want something that's kind of easy, and if you want to even take the watercolor part off of it, you can just do like some Crayola Super Chips kind of like color in the background, maybe blend it, whatever works best with you. And then so now I'm going at the top and writing in. No, I'm not writing in anything. I'm drawing in some butterfly silhouettes. I was even thinking about doing bees. I'm not sure. Maybe next time during my weekly spreads. I don't think I ever did bees, but I did like butterflies flying, like with their wings collapsed and the one with their wings expanded. Yeah, that fun stuff. And then I'm going in with my white gel pen to make it starry. Yeah, starry nights. Even though the yellow looks like it's in the middle of the day, we're gonna add some stars because why? That's just what we do. That's what we do. We add stars, even though it need to be added. And so on the left side, as always, is always a quote page, and the quote this time says, "You can walk in a." I definitely didn't write the right quote, but it says, "You can walk in a forest while you're awake." I think that's not what it's supposed to say. I think it's supposed to say you can walk in a dream while you're awake. I think that's the quote. Don't quote me. I believe that's supposed to be the quote. Yeah. Yeah, the quote's supposed to be you can walk in a dream while you're awake. That's definitely not what I wrote on the page though. But anyways, I'm gonna continue it on the calendar page. with the second and half of the quote. So this month we're going for another Dutch door. I haven't done a Dutch door calendar in a while, so I was really excited to be able to bring it back for February, even though February is really short. But it's going to be very busy. I have this project to do for my school, and if I don't do it, I get kicked out of my school's magnet program, and that's not going to happen. I really like continuing my school. And then also have that on top of that, I have some fun project coming up that I'm really excited to share, that I can't share yet because all the details have not been worked out, but just know it's required me and my friend group, and you guys can be able to see a little bit more of my personal life and get to know me a little bit more personable outside of like journaling and YouTube. And then I have some things coming out for YouTube that I'm trying to get under control. Like you guys have noticed, I haven't been posting more often, and that's just because, like I said, I've been really busy and I haven't been able to manage my time correctly to be able to fit in YouTube. And so YouTube kind of hits the back burner because, you know, my title is a student who does YouTube, you know, not a YouTuber who does school, right? So that's kind of why YouTube hasn't been getting the much attention it's been wanting or needing lately. That's the reason why this video is coming out 7 days late. Yeah. And then at the bottom, to finish the quote, I just said, just walk in a misty forest, which if you want to walk in a dream, what's the quote again? Golly. You can walk in a dream while you're awake, just walk in a misty forest. Yeah. Ate that up. That was a good quote, right? I did that. So then on the right side, because I'm taking my driver's test, I make sure I learn my right from my left. But on the right side, I'm doing another silhouette situation kind of going on. One thing I noticed with this, it's kind of difficult because I have yellow and blue, and when you mix yellow and blue, you end up getting green, and green is already one of the colors I have. So when I kind of do like these thin, narrow spaces where I don't have enough room to kind of like blend them the way I really want to, I have to kind of just do it in a not chronological order, a more vertical way, if that makes sense. I don't think I'm explaining it the way I really wanted to explain it, but you'll see it later, and I'll make sure to reference this time part of the video. So now I'm putting in some more flowers, some more nature, because you know what, nature is the vibe. Such a vibe. It's so mystical. And for the month of love, I haven't even recognized that it's the month of love. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really doing anything. I think February is just a nice month. It's Black History Month as well, so you know, let's recognize that it's Black History Month. You know, support a guy. Hit the subscribe button, like the video if you like it. I hope you guys are liking it if you guys are watching this far into it. Yeah. So normally I would do this kind of tracker on a scale ways, but I decided to do a box. So this is my mood, anxiety, and stress tracker. I used to track sleep, but really, for me, I'm not sure if it's just me, but tracking sleep is very difficult and also very not weird, very intricate. Like you have to just figure out, am I going to rate my sleep? Am I going to track how many hours I slept? And if I'm going to track, like, am I on the first, would it be like how much sleep I got on the 31st with how much sleep I got on the first? So you know what I mean, it's really weird and intricate. So I just kind of like stop, you know, I already have enough stressors in my life, don't need to add Bambilla John to it, who's supposed to unstress my life. I don't think that's the right English, but anyways, I decided to do boxes, and I'm going to do a scale on the far right corner of the page. I kind of messed it up, you know. Everybody makes mistakes. I hate myself for that. I'm sorry. But I just did a scale on the right side of the page, and I'm going to go in and number all the boxes with 1 through 28. Yeah, smart. And it's going to label them anxiety, mood, and stress. And at the top, I'm writing in February trackers, because that's technically what they are. They're just tracking my February. And I'm so mad because I forgot to sketch in a daily review section on this part in this setup, and I don't think I'm going to end up I've never end up redoing it because I'm experimenting with journaling now. Not a lot of things been going on, but I do have a lot of things going on between this and my personal life, and so sometimes my emotions get pent up, and not even pent up, they just kind of like I develop a lot of emotions, and I'm learning, especially through therapy, like to be less reactive and kind of like take a moment to sit back and look at the situation on a different perspective. And so journaling has really helped me with that, especially when I'm feeling a lot of overwhelming emotions at a certain time and don't know how to handle it. So instead of like outlasting and doing something I may regret, I'll, you know, pick up the journal and just start jotting down how I feel. And sometimes I be journaling 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I know that's not good, but it'd be helping me fall asleep. So I either stay up or journal. You can't have both, right? So then Now I'm moving on to my habit tracker. This month I'm expanding my habit tracker. I've been sticking with my 9 calendar kind of habit tracker style, but that was nice. That was good. But like I said, I haven't felt like my life has been under control lately. So when that happens, I like to expand upon my habit tracker. Oh, this is what I mean by having the watercolor in a more vertical progression way, because as you can see, I do blue, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, blue, if you remember for the calendar. So I'm doing a more expanded habit tracker with different categories. So for the categories I have for this month are just 4 simple categories. Morning habits, so part of my morning routine, like one of my biggest goals this year is to develop a healthy kind of routine, not even saying like, oh, I need to follow this every day. Something like where, okay, I know I'm probably gonna work out in the morning or after school. I never work out at night. That's the one thing. That's the one thing I'll never do. I never understand people who like to work out at night. Not throwing shots at anyone who does, but once it hits 7 o'clock, I'm like, it ain't gonna get done. It ain't gonna get done. So I know if it's past 7 o'clock, I'm not going to work out. So that's my thing. Developing a healthy routine of like, okay, some days I'm gonna do in the morning, some days I'm gonna do in the afternoon, this, that, and third. So developing that healthy routine of also making my bed, doing my skincare, making sure Anthony's taking care of Anthony. That's my biggest thing this year. Not being mean, but being a little bit more selfish. I've noticed the times where I just kind of like sit back and just don't care about some things. I'm like, wow, I feel so good. And then I come back to caring and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. So I have morning habits, personal habits, and some business things like YouTube and all that kind of fun stuff. And then night habits, and the camera cut out, and I'm so sorry for the overexposure. I don't know what happened with my camera for us the video, but I have habit track at the top with my big black calligraphy, and yeah, I really love it. I'm really excited, and it's been really working too as well. It's been helping me keep track of certain things like getting my permit, studying for school, make sure I do my skincare, get my business stuff, because I am relaunching as a stationery shop with a new name. Of course, we can't relaunch the same business with the same name, so there's a new name coming, new stuff coming, so I'm really excited. So it's been helping me keep on track of stuff and tracking what needs to get done, when it gets done, all that fun stuff. So now moving on to the very last monthly spread in this video, besides the weekly spread as always, it is my February goal tracker. I'm looking at it right now, has not been filled in because I did this spread. I don't think I really considered what goals I'm really working on. So the ones I did end up doing was apply for dual enrollment, launch business, and then also get learner's permit. A learner's permit is carrying over from January, and dual enrollment and launch business. Launch business is definitely going to get some tasks in for that one, because for sure I do want to do some things for that. But for dual enrollment, I'm really kind of iffy about that still. I might want to figure that out because I have my advisory meeting coming up this Thursday. But I'm really kind of iffy about it because it's like, I'll do dual enrollment, but people are recommending me to take AP and IB. You guys don't know what IB is, because I know I was in shock that IB is not really talked about. But IB is International Bachelorette Program. Yeah. So everyone's like, you should do IB English, or I'm like, well, I don't really know. A lot of people complain about that. It's like, I'm not trying to, fail or like have a lot of things on my plate, so I made stick with AP Lit. If I do AP Lit, that means I need to do dual enrollment, but also dual enrollment is like, you need SAT scores, but it's like the only SAT date is in March, and the application is due in March. For my schools, the high school application is due in March, but the college application is due in April, so it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I'm just like, whatever, right? I may not end up doing dual enrollment. I don't know. We're gonna figure this out. But at the end of the day, we all got it under control, kind of. No, we don't. Actually, no, we don't. We're gonna figure it out together, guys. I'll update you guys in March time with me. But at the top, I'm writing a February goal tracker, and then on the side, I'm gonna write in a quote that I really need, as we can tell, the way my brain is going right now. Don't rush. Give it time. Good things come with time. Right? So to believe, so to speak. AKA, slow down. Because it ain't that big of a deal at the end of the day. I'm gonna get my classes, I'm gonna get my credits no matter what. So also, I think one thing about me is that I'm so stuck on like this perfectionist, idealistic, though that's the word I could use, idealistic view of like what's going on in my schedule, and like idealistic view of like what should be happening in my life, and kind of like make sure that I'm perceived a certain way, and make sure everything looks a certain way from the outside looking in, where to be honest, I'm a hot mess right now. I like have so many things going on, so many deadlines, everything is just coming out, and I'm like, oh my God, I thought we just got done with doing this, like now I have to do this and there. I'm just kind of accepting the fact that I'm kind of losing my stuff a little, going a little bit crazy. But luckily this week I feel like I'm getting back on top of things. I've noticed that right now my life is a lot more task heavy than it is event heavy. Even though I do have like a lot of things coming up after school and things like that, but it's a lot more tasks. I have like a lot of things to get done. Like I need to film this project. I need to write this. I need to write this 9-page paper that's due in March. I also need to start working on this project I can't talk about that I really want to talk about, but I'm really sure. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be talking about it. But I had to work on this project. I had to like, redesign some of this stuff for the business. There's a lot of things I had to get done. So I realized that my life has become a lot more task heavy than event heavy than it used to be first semester. So we're gonna see how that adjustment goes. But either way, moving on to the weekly spread. And I think this is a spread I want to do in my journal because I'm really excited and I just want to talk about it right now. A monthly favorite spread. I think y'all would like that. I'm pretty sure I would like that because right now I want to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac because I've been binge watching that like crazy for the past 2 or 3 weeks. I started off with season 5, went back to season 1, now I'm on season 3. Great show. Love it. So funny, hilarious. You'd be like, what? Girl, what? Like, you be shocked, right? So I really want to talk about that. So I think I'm going to do a favorite spread so where next month I can talk about all these kind of things like binge watching Potomac. And I think next up on the list is probably going to be New York or New Jersey because I'm waiting for Salt Lake City to come on YouTube. And then also I think I want to watch Euphoria. Everyone's talking about Euphoria. I've never seen it before. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, leave some show recommendations in the comment section below because even though I don't have enough time to watch shows, I pretend like I do, and we're here where we are, living life, feeling great. But the camera cut out here. Either way, this is my February 2022 Bullet Journal Film Video setup. I'm glad I was able to chit chat with you guys, kind of catch up on things, and get the vibe. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up and let you guys go to the outro. Alright guys, that's it for this February bullet journal setup. I'm really happy with this spray has turned out. This entire like garden mystical-esque, I don't even know what to describe it as. It just looks good. Oh, that's all I know. And that's what we need in a bullet journal spread. Just for it to look good and usable. That's the bare minimum. But yeah, so I'm really excited. And I also want to get some clarification about the channel. I know it looks like I've been gone and haven't been posting much lately, but generally I am film class and a lot of things we're doing are a lot of things that we're doing is a lot more editing based now. I'm honestly like the self-proclaimed editor of my group. It's definitely a chore, it's definitely a task, but I love doing it as much. That's 2 times more editing. I have school editing for film class and then also this personal YouTube thing I have going on. So that is 2 times the amount of editing I have to do, so it gets tiring. No human being can work. So yeah, I have reduced my uploading days from every Sunday to now being at least 3 times a month. I can't promise every Sunday. I can't promise every Sunday now just because I do have a lot of things going on as usual. I don't know when I don't know how I was able to fit this in earlier last year, but we're gonna try and fix it. We're gonna try and fit it in. So until now, until I can find my groove, just bear with me 3 times a month. And that's probably not, that's sometimes gonna be including Potomac, sometimes not. As you can see, January was just very bleak. I was trying to find my footing in the new year and all this fun stuff. But now I'm back and I'm ready to come full throttle and give you video content that I'm really proud of. But yeah, so without further ado, we're just gonna get into the outro thingies. So don't forget to use my coupon code OSFAM10 for 10% off any purchase at archonolive.com. And then also follow me on all my other social medias, which is not just here, but not just here on YouTube, but also Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, which are all linked in the description box below. And if you be so kind and so gracious, my shop link is also down there below. So if you guys want some digital bullet journal printouts and like maybe some phone wallpapers, definitely check that out in the description box below if you want to support me a little bit more financially. But yeah, I think that's about it for this video. Don't forget to spread kindness, spread love, be joyous, be happy. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, my stationery fam.